Investors worried about the economy and the future of the dollar, many are still running into the safe haven of gold, which hit still another record high today, above $1,770.
And joining us now for more on this is business expert Kereakos Zuras. He is the author of How to Succeed When Everyone Else is Failing. He's also a former advisor to President George W.Bush. We're watching the market plummet in the wake of the Standard & Poor's downgrade, slow economic growth, and weak employment. Is the economy headed back into a recession?
Good morning. Yes, I believe it is. We have a weak housing market. We have the highest unemployment rate in a long time. We're at 9.1. We were at 9.2 last month. There's so much uncertainty right now, and people are being laid off. More jobs are being lost. It doesn't look good. I predicted a double-dip recession back in July, right here on the show, and I think we're headed that way. It's not good.
Now, Warren Buffett says the downgrade was unwarranted. President Obama says we are still a AAA nation. Did Standard & Poor's get it wrong, or is this a case of blaming the messenger?
It's the case of blaming the messenger because we don't have a clear-cut plan. The president hasn't outlined anything clearly, okay? And the debt deal that was just struck didn't do anything. It literally cut very little, and it really didn't cut. It just created a situation where we wouldn't spend as much. We need a $4 trillion cushion to be able to maintain a AAA credit rating. S&P did what they did. They rated us based on our credit, and we failed. We got downgraded because we didn't meet the qualifications. Warren Buffett has an interest to say what he's trying to say. He's trying to give confidence back to the market. And so is the president. But yesterday, as the president was speaking, the more he spoke, the more the market dropped. We need to take drastic measures, and we need to make cuts immediately to get our AAA credit rating back. And that's all there is to it.
Now, Democrats are blaming the Tea Party. Republicans say it is the president's fault. Who do you think is responsible?
Well, it's the administration's fault. It's both parties' fault, actually. I mean, look, we're spending $1.5 trillion more each year than we take in. That's a problem. We need to make cuts. Whose fault is it? Well, we have an administration that wants to spend, and make America an entitlement state. And then we have the Republicans and the Tea Party that want to cut. Well, thank God for the Republicans and the Tea Party, because we wouldn't have gotten any cuts, and we probably would end up spending more. We have a problem that we need to solve. The debt has to be slashed. We need to cut $5 trillion out right now. I don't know why we appointed a committee. We should have done this last week when we came up with a debt deal, and that's the only way we're going to get out of this. So S&P did what they're supposed to do. They rated us based on our performance, and right now our performance is pathetic.
What should the president and Congress do now, not only to get the economy back on track, but to prevent another downgrade that could happen in 2 years?
Here's what I think they should do. First of all, he needs to back off. The administration needs to back off of business in America, okay, and let business thrive and grow, and back off by, number one, they can start by eliminating the capital gains tax. They can keep the tax cuts in place so businesses can grow instead of taxing them and regulating them more heavily, and getting people back to work. That's the first thing they can do. And that's where we need to start. Get people out of the employment line and back into work, and that's where it will begin.
Now, some say there's a problem with the U.S. talking about cutting spending during tough financial times. Does it hurt the economy to cut government spending at this critical point?
I think that there's so much waste in our government that we could find areas to cut where we're not going to be affected as much. But are we going to be affected? Of course we are. But where does it end? I mean, we have a problem. It's not pleasant. There's going to have to be cuts made to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all the entitlement programs, and that's all there is. That's it. That's as simple as that. And until we do it, nothing's going to get cured. When is a good time to do anything that's going to cause effects that aren't pleasant? I don't know, but we're at a point now where we need to do something. If we were running a business right now, we wouldn't be asking, should we wait? Should we do this? We would take effective measures right now today, and we would start solving the problem. And until we do that, we're just going to keep floating it from forward. And we're going to have to address it at some point. Why not right now?
All right. Kereakos Zuras, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you.